Here are only 10 things that I've learned from the Maga. How ridiculous, obviously fake Christian con artists, televangelists, like Kenneth Copeland, who's on his third marriage, by the way, were able to amass great wealth for themselves by duping money out of poor and middle-class people. Growing up, I always wondered how Hitler rose to power. Now we know. Millions of people saying that he's not that bad, until, of course, he was. Those types of monsters never start out as monstrous as they ultimately became. They rise to power because people made excuses for them at every step of the way. The only real principle that Republicans have is owning the libs. That's it. A joke that I read yesterday said that MAGA would eat a shit sandwich just to make a liberal smell their breath, which is sadly pretty much the truth. Cults are insanely powerful. When millions of people are literally defending Trump's cover-up of the Epstein files, when it's obvious that he's trying to protect child predators, that's about as low as you can go. It's still unbelievable that holding child predators accountable became a partisan situation simply because their orange messiah and their friends are implicated in those files. Everything conservatives claim to be outraged about is fake. Because we all know that if a Democrat has started a war with Iran, sent gas prices over $4 a gallon with no clear strategy and no end into the war in sight, while obsessing over a ballroom they planned to name after themselves, and a $1.8 billion slush fund they sued their own government to get, conservatives would be losing their minds. Except because Trump has done all that, they're defending it. Most of them will choose to live in an autocracy ruled by a dictator than a constitutional republic, considering Trump exhibits pathologically every trait of an authoritarian, including putting his name and picture on as many things as he can, and they're absolutely on board with all of it. When they claim they support the freedom of speech, they really mean that they're right to say whatever hateful thing they want to about others while opposing their opponents having that same right. It's really true. If you keep repeating a lie, eventually gullible people will believe it. Conservatives would rather cheat than win a free and fair democracy. Whether that is denying the results of an election that they lost or storming the Capitol to block the certification of a presidential election, pushing strict new voter laws in hopes of disenfranchising people, or engaging in unethical gerrymandering, they don't care how they win as long as they keep power. And these so-called alpha male manospheres who worship a weak, insecure man-child who wears makeup, puts lifts in his shoes to appear taller, wears ill-fitting clothes to hide his obesity, lies about his height, weight, and wears ridiculously long ties to appear taller than he is, while obsessing over godly gold accents and ballrooms, are every bit as fake and insecure as Trump himself. There's nothing manly about any of these frauds. They're pathetically weak, fragile, and easily triggered snowflake bullies. It's sad how much Maga has taught us about how awful human beings can be and the terrible things they're willing to support. CTP, no truth, God bless. Peace to the left, justice to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share my videos.